there's someone home.
There does indeed seem to be a reaction to the stimulus.
Feed her. This is a person. Even if you don't think so, it is. And she's suffering, so please, if you want to...
Is she suffering? How do you know? That's what we're trying to work out here. This is new ground in a new disease that none of us have ever witnessed before.
Just feed her, all right?
Calm down, Ellis.
Thank you. Your opinion is noted, and I am going to experimentally begin a feed.
The things that pool in her body slowly and start replenishing from the throat.
This is Red Moon role-playing.
You can see it like a crystal vein filling up, going from the bag over the up top over the metal scaffolding down through the throat with the force-feeding tube. At first, nothing happens. It might be been minutes, maybe more, before there's a sound from somewhere. It's like a knocking, scratching little sound.
I look around in the room, trying to see where this comes from.
It's not coming from her, strictly speaking. Her
What's that sound?
foot. The foot that is only connected by a few sinews is slowly shaking. It's the heel of her trainer on the floor.
I'm slightly unsettled by this, and I point the camera down.
There's several messages from Anna coming in, and then she's calling you.
Yes.
Should we move on him or not? I mean, he might be getting on a bus, he might be getting on a train. He had the booking.
Do you have someone to spare?
Sure. The question is, what do we do? How do we pick him up? How do we proceed? I haven't heard from you for a couple of hours, sir. Paul.
We're proceeding with the interrogation. If we know that he is there and he keeps that address, I would not say that we hastily throw ourselves into this when most of our assets are occupied with this.
All right.
Let's keep a strict check-in on his times in and out at this point.
If there is an in time, I will tell you. Yeah, but sure, I'll keep eyes on him. I won't lose him.
Thank you. And I adjust the camera to zoom in on the foot that is shaking at this point.
I can see. Look, it's the sinew there between the leg and the severed parts. It's tensing up, as if it's trying to. No. It's the leg muscle spasms, and then her head twitches a little bit, convulses, coughs, struggles the throat against the tube.
I sort of look to Paul, and I sort of raise my hand, if he doesn't object, saying to Shirley, stop for now, gently remove the initial funnel.
Shirley starts pulling out the soaked, bloody tube out of her throat, and she coughs up blood.
I kind of look on for a moment in a mixture of genuine disquiet, but I can't help but be absolutely, utterly fascinated. It's almost as if she's regenerated, limb regeneration. It's like, already, how does she look compared to how she did a minute ago? Or minutes ago?
The most visible... I mean... You haven't cut all of the clothes from her body, so it's hard to see all the injuries, but the ones that are most visible on the right side of the throat and the face, some of the what looked like dry wounds are starting to become liquid, and there's a tautness to the tissue that is not characteristic for dead tissue. Almost ocularly, you can see that some of the tissues of her face are definitely alive. There's a twitch under the skin, and there it is, that's muscle movement subdermally right in front of you there.
At this stage, I would be tempted to administer some more, but Richards, as you said, you're making the calls.
No, I'm happy for you to proceed. This is... Well, I suppose this is what we should have expected.
Sergeant Ellis?
I just nod. My eyes doesn't leave her, and I also
What's going on inside you now, Ellis? What's going on inside?
I am extremely disgusted with my colleagues, actually.
Yeah.
They are behaving in a way that does not feel good for me. But I'm trying to kind of keep face. I don't think I'm as worried with what is happening. They're like the rejuvenation of the flesh or that kind of things. I'm like, yeah.
You're seeing something different, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, Shirley also sees it, you think. He looks at you and back at the two men, one holding a video camera, focusing in on the twitching flesh, the other, he's poking it now. Yeah, scratching down observations. I see the excitement in Francis and his body. It's hard to adjust to the rest, but it's just a dead thing, or is it, are you a dead thing?
As I make the motion to then continue with another fresher bag of blood, I do remark to Ellis, not really looking at her. Well, I'm hoping this is proving instructional. I wanted you to be here to see the difference in the stage of condition. Despite everything you've said, you are nothing like this, Ellis, and I am hoping that reassures you.
I don't answer. I am not convinced.
There are so many tests to run. There's so much to learn from this process. How much are you, Francis, going to milk this for the research results that you can get now? If you drag in like maybe one or two of the others, if you start checking pH values and viscosity of all the different tissues and so on, you could learn about how the regeneration is prioritized across the body, tons of things. But then you need to move stat, and everybody needs to be out the room, and this needs to be your science room, because things are happening fast in front of you. Not terribly fast. This will probably take hours and hours, if not days or weeks, because it's not that you can see anything grow back, really, but still.
I think the truth is, a little part of me wants to do everything I can right now. But I've never been a fool. I've never been one of those scientists who jumps at the first reaction and goes full throttle, because I've learned in my time plenty of times that is the route to failure. In this case, this is our only subject, and the information she could give is maybe a little more pressing, and, well, for now, maybe, who's to say that we won't be able to repeat this situation? We might. I keep that to myself, because I know how the others would react, but the truth is, I keep really wishing I could say this to Ellis, but I know she would take it the wrong way. She is the humane experiment. But for this condition, there are going to be times where I need to be inhumane. I have to. But not right now.
No. Very humanely, slowly feeding it. From revulsion to tension and uncertainty. The thing that always happens with slow processes sets in. It is late at night. And for the ones of you whose hours, it is not the hour, then 2 hours that pass by, while slowly, pallor and vigor seems to return first to the flesh and then slowly to micro reactions like eye movements, maybe the beginning of a breath. But as far, the damage is still extensive. The leg is nowhere nearer having jumped back into its socket or anything. And slowly, fatigue starts setting in. All except for Ellis, of course.
And I keep documenting the things that happen, but after a while it's just going so slow that I put the camera back on the tripod and I get a bit impatient. I sit down and I look over at Francis, who is taking notes and is doing his things, and I comment, "This is good. You're able to gain something from this?"
I'm gaining a lot from this. I kind of look over like I hadn't spoken perhaps for an hour, and I suddenly just sort of look over like, yes, not as much as I'd like. We'll have to wait for another time with proper lab staff and better facilities, but for now, I look to Ellis.
But still, you are learning, and shall we see a little bit how that learning goes. So I would suggest that you take out them medicine and intelligence dice, maybe.
Yes.
And the question is, you others, you are there during the time, how are you assisting in this process?
I'm putting my arms up in the air at this point as I'm sitting there, and I say, well, if there's anything we can do for now, otherwise I'm just documenting and maybe you can gain something from this, but of course we're not lab personnel.
Documenting, of course, is not nothing. That is definitely a way to help the health research results in the long run, and that is what you have been doing, and that should somehow inform the role. So, let's get an extra dice from Paul for his diligent documentation of the entire thing. But more importantly, how has Ellis' insights and comments or presence helped? Or distracted from the effort?
I think after a while I refrain from further outbursts and actually takes Shirley up on that smoke just to get some kind of shift in what we are doing. Also that I feel that they are making me uncomfortable, but maybe I am making them uncomfortable.
You are not helping.
I am not.
Good. Moral objection.
I get a critical success with 8 successes. One of those successes being the dice that Paul gave me.
You don't believe it first. The data is incredible as it is. You know, the tissue regeneration rate, the just simple inversion of cells as being dead to not being dead. You're not sure whether you got it, but you managed to make one test on a still dead part and another in a resuscitating part. And they're staring at you through your microscope, and the recording that comes out is a dead cell coming alive. And you have it. You have it on film. It's there.
I have proof. I have proof that somehow the condition itself, fueled by human blood, it can bring dead cells. Reanimate them. But they're not live cells, are they?
That should be impossible. There must be a support structure of some kind of... You must go in closer. You must look for much closer. I mean, you're still on the macro scale here, but you have samples. You have the opportunity to maybe slice out more samples. This is way enough, but... And then you see the second thing. It's like the pulsing, a bit too rhythmical pulsing of the now living cell reminds you, and you jerk your head up towards the screen where the video camera is pointed at the eye, and you see the eyeball rolling under the eye, and it's spelling letters. The eye is rolling in the shape of cursive handwriting. She's talking.
I immediately stop for the moment the feeding of blood, and I try and remove the funnel again, and then I just sort of step back and I say, Paul!
He's almost nodded off.
Yes.
Paul, are you paying attention?
What?
H, down, then up in the curve, down. You're just lucky that you spotted it.
I zoom in with my camera.
Yeah, that could be a B or an E. It's a C. Wait. It takes a while to get used to, but it seems like the same looping, repeating patterns. So it's possible to start getting a hold of it. My question is how fast? How fast are you, like, visual decryption skills, team?
Yeah, I mean, the closest I can come to is, it's kind of like light signals and things you draw with a flashlight. It's like I'm trying to follow it on the screen. I'm trying to like draw with my hand as I see her eye move on the screen, and I.
Ah, yes, there we go. Computers, maybe. Yes, okay. Get another die in there for that help, definitely.
I mean, I was going to say maybe either awareness, investigation, and maybe wits? Something like that?
If you want to get it done fast, then, wits. And say, investigation.
Right. I roll 5 successes.
Finish what we started. Finish what we started.
I kind of look to you, Paul. I look to what I've written down what she said. Slowly, but, slowly for reading it fully, I feel, but quite quickly, because I was able to focus on those movements of the eyes. And I just sort of say towards our friend, are you aware what is happening to you right now? And see if it changes anything in the eye movements.
Yes, they change. She's saying something else.
And I give you the continued feed from the camera onto a screen.
It says, the bait in danger.
The bait?
The bait in danger. The bait in danger.
I stand up and I say, William Gilberts. William Gilberts? Is he the bait?
Yes. Yes.
I pick up my phone and call Anna.
Yes. Yeah, we still got eyes on him.
You got his position?
Yeah, he just... I guess everybody needs to feed. He went down to a kebab place 2 blocks away. Picked up a big bag, like he would be in for 3-4 days, and now he's heading back towards the flat. I have my team sitting on the other side of the street. You were right, he didn't run.
Listen, Anna, it might be that he is in danger.
What?
He was the one that was intending to deliver the package, or to make sure that the deal, whatever, went through. I think we're getting some sort of warning signal here that he might come under assault. Be on high alert, and we're gonna get out there.
Okay, what are your orders, sir?
And keep attention of his location, but be ready to intervene. Me and Shirley are going to come out there, and I'll see if we can get Ellis with us as well.
Okay, should I drum up some excuse of having him arrested? I think I can get him on possession charges or something. He's been out smoking out back, and yeah, you know.
I grit my teeth for a second, trying to make a sound decision here, as it must not look apparent, because if there's someone that we can lure out on the ground of this, we kind of want to know them as well. And I phrase that to her.
Okay. I'll keep you advised before we move, but I'm getting ready to move.
Yes. If you see intervening...
I'm sending a tip to a local cop I know. She's out on the beat now, and she might accidentally smell some marijuana smoke coming out of the back of 46B. Alright, how does that sound? I'll keep you informed before move.
That sounds good, but keep an eye out for other possible...
Good, only assets we have in the area are local police plus 2 of ours, okay?
Yes. The most important bit here is that if someone else is about to move on him, and that needs to get averted, but we will also need to try and change our focus towards whoever aggressors might come in.
Gotcha. I mean, snatch and grab and protect is pretty much the same during the first 2 stages. We keep close eyes both incoming and outcoming. Okay?
There we go.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shirley takes out his second silk cut. I don't know why I smoke these things. They're like air, but I mean, somehow they're weirdly tasty.
Yeah. How are you feeling? You seem a bit antsy. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm adapting. It's, I think, I mean, I'm a simple guy. When I see Francis, it's like, I wouldn't like him around my kids, you know? Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Yeah, can I say that?
No. He's really good at what he's doing.
No, but can I say that to you?
Shirley, I'm not sure what you can say and what you shouldn't say to me right now.
I know. I'm your designated guardian right now. And it's good, I know. It's like, I'm sorry, I see what's on the surface. I see one person reacting like a human being and others being a bit cold. And you see that I see. So why keep it hidden? Huh?
Because...
Way I was raised, I guess. Bring it out before it explodes.
Yeah. I don't have to like it to go along with it. It's part of the job.
Do you know, when did we become some sort of weird science experiment outfit? When did we stop doing good police work?
I guess...
I'm sorry.
Shirley, I guess when we were starting to go outside what police work is. This is something else. I am not sure what. But I think... And I sigh and I lit another cigarette as well. I need a drink. Do you have something?
The Shirl supplies. He reaches into his coat and brings out a thin, slightly arched bottle from his inner pocket.
I take a sip and lights the cigarette, the second cigarette.
It's lukewarm, but it has a bite. It's his disgusting brandy.
I have no idea what we're doing, what is going on. I think for now I just let go of believing that things will ever work as I think they will. I will just roll with the fucking punches.
Hoorah! Yeah, welcome to the army, girl.
Yeah.
Well, that's life as a grunt, I guess. It's of course, it's going to be useful data. Of course it is.
But she's still she. She is still a person. I don't know what she is or how that functions, but I don't think that she is some evil monster, and I don't think I am some evil monster either. I just... shit happened.
So why did they do it?
Do what?
So continue existing. I mean, fuck, I'm sorry if I'm being... let's just get back inside.
I mean... I thought about it, but some part of me...
You don't have to...
I know, Shirley, it's okay. I'm not a big philosopher. I can't give you a great speech about how everything living still wants to continue living. I thought about it, because I'm not sure what I am and how I can fucking live like this, but something in me still hesitates. I guess that is life, or that is what makes me a person or whatever. Fuck this shit, can I have another drink?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's get back in. Thank you for listening and talking to me like I'm a person, Shirley. It means a lot.
I only call it as I see it.
Sure. As I see it, you are part of my team, and I protect my team. You have nothing to fear from me.
Well, yeah. He hesitates for just a second out there. Takes a deep, deep breath, looking up at the starlit sky. It's close enough to the airport to see stars. This light pollution is not as terrible here. He shivers a little and goes back in, watching your every step as you move, unhindered through the dark corridor. You're back inside the room.
And I feel just as they come back in would be when I've turned to Paul and just said after the phone call, "Paul, wait. Think about it. How can she know? How can she know what's happening? And intel, how can you act on that intel immediately? She's in here. She's been, as far as we know, unconscious or dead for months."
I stand there holding my phone in my hand as I see the others come in as well, and I feel my muscles tensing about it and feeling my own eagerness to act and restlessness perhaps of sitting here in this lab. And I close my eyes and I say, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm getting beside myself.
What's up?
We've established communication.
What do you mean?
She's talking to us with her eyes. As very poetic as it sounds, she is making eye movements. She has given these two sentences: finish what we started, and the bait is in danger. And this bait seems to be referring to the William Gilberts who was set up to deliver the bomb, or make sure that whoever was meant to get the bomb,
have you asked who he is baiting?
Good question. Paul confirmed with her that she did mean a person of interest. But now I am going to ask, and I go towards the corpse again. How do you know the bait is in danger? If you help us, I'm going to try and help you as best I can.
First, nothing. It takes some wild movements. Maybe she's trying to bring her eyes under control. Maybe she's just not sure what to say. Then, yes, there's a repeating pattern again. That's the repeating pattern. She's saying something. The prey is a hunter.
The prey is a hunter. The bait is in danger.
A hunter of what?
Probably one of them. I mean, another blank body who intended to be incinerated.
I make a gesture at this point, as it seems she's still not really using the mouth anyway. I will, again, another gallon, begin inserting down the funnel down her throat.
Yeah, her eyes move spasmodically, frantically. Doesn't make sense anymore. While you're feeding, it's like she temporarily loses consciousness. It blinks in and out of it, or it's just that she's busy with the feeding. It's hard to tell. But it's frustratingly slowly. She seems to begin to start making another sentence there.
I look over to Shirley and Ellis as Francis continues his work. Surely this is a plan that they've had for a long time. It seems like something was set in motion on that day, and I wouldn't be surprised if she has everything down to a minute inside her head. She knows what's supposed to happen. She knows who is supposed to be attacked.
A hunter for what?
She's saying, strike now or he's invisible. Strike now or he's gone. Strike now or he's gone.
I think we need to bring in this William Gilberts.
I don't say anything. A part of me, for a moment, it looks like I might argue with you, but then I kind of just give you a look and just nod.
It's another one of their team. I wait for a second for any sort of confirmation from Ellis or Shirley.
No.
If they have anything else to say about this.
I just watch her intently.
As they don't, I call back to Anna.
2 signals through, and then she picks up. You can hear her beating her fingers in a crazy pace, talking to probably 3 other channels, setting something up. We're progressing. What do you say? What's the threat picture here? What are we expecting? Where's the
He needs to be brought in.
Okay, so
Have you established contact with your
yes,
colleague?
I have. She's on bicycle patrol, so she's gonna be maybe 5-10 minutes more. And yeah, the locals can bring him in. They can bring him in. But how long are we going to be able to hold him? It's going to be a flaky thing. Do you want to come in personally, or should we just, oh fuck, am I saying this? Okay, check your back channel.
Yeah, and I leave the room.
Shirley's like, I can read what she's saying, but I don't quite get it. It's like, what does she mean? It's like, who's what here?
Who is the hunter? Who is the hunter for whom?
What is that word? Is diabolista? Maybe? Diabolista hard to know. Then the changes. It says drinker.
So the hunter is a drinker.
She comes down the stairs, Anna, folding her phone. Should we just bag him?
At this point, he is having a kebab, you say? That does not indicate that he's a blank body himself.
No, not at all. The thing is, we can either try to do some drum-up charge, arrest him, get the local police to arrest him, get him down into the tank, go down, interrogate him, take over custody, whatever. That's one way to roll it. Or, special government operations team and all that, we can just bag him. I just want to state that option. I don't want to state it on the phone.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, make it happen. Make sure he sees and knows nothing.
Good. Okay, he will be here within 60 minutes.
Good.
We take him in the back the long way, through the garage.
Good. Isolated room.
Okay, we do... do we have time for a runaround route?
Yeah. As long as we get him...
Okay, then... Okay, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 car shifts, and 2 personnel shifts, okay?
That's it.
Good, 2 hours. Expect him at 400 hours then.
Good, Anna. Good stuff.
Okay, sweet. She's running upstairs and already screaming in her headset. Okay, we are on a move. Okay, also, Shirley, can you get Shirley up here?
Yeah. And I start moving
Shirley's
back.
already running up. He passes you. Just nods.
Yeah, he got it in his earpiece then.
Yeah, and the 2 guards outside are standing there a bit nervously, but they're on guard. One of them shifts in. I think he's Ian, you're not sure. No. You have no fucking idea.
I go to the broken girl and I very gently put my hand on her forehead. Like a very small gesture of, I don't know, comfort or tenderness. Feels like she needs that.
You see, the maniacal eye rolling stops, and she's looking down. I see a faint glimmer of moisture between her eyelids. That's gotta cost her whatever precious little she's got, but it's there. She not only hears you, but feels you.
Yeah, I stand there a little awkwardly. I don't think I am very good with intimacy or showing affection and that kind, but it feels good to actually be doing something for her instead of just looking at her as some specimen that needs to be examined. So I keep my hand, I move it down a bit to her, like the top of her head, so I can just remain with the contact with her.
Yeah, you're not good at reading eye movements, but after a little while, these slow, more relaxed movements, you almost... Yeah. She's rolling her eye in the shape of a heart.
You see me frown ever so slightly, perhaps not entirely approving. However, I don't say anything, and after a while, I do then remark quietly to the subject. Do you feel pain right now?
She's not responding at all.
Do you feel pain right now?
Eye twitches a little and still.
Well, I don't know if that's yes or no, Ellis, but fortunately even
Then the eye rolls fast. It's spelling something out. You're getting used to it by now. And it says, "Let me rest." Rest. Rest.
I narrow my eyes, but I do stop the blood filtration system. I remove the funnel. I do remark, luckily for her, Ellis, I do wish to see a more slower progression from this point. As I said, I do not wish to keep injecting her with blood all night long. I feel that would be detrimental. Perhaps for the rest of the night she should be under surveillance and not removed from her restraints, but left at least for a 24-hour cycle and see if now her condition changes on its own or not.
I think I would like to stay. If I can. At least for the night.
You can, but not by yourself. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, whatever. Just think she shouldn't be alone.
I can only hope, Ellis, that when she awakes, she appreciates what you're doing for her and doesn't, oh, I don't know, try and kill us all, much like so far the reaction has been to others with this condition. Alright, I'm going to go and assess the situation outside, but again, you can stay with her, but you're on camera, Ellis. Sorry, I'm not saying you would do it willingly.
Yeah. I look tired. Yeah.
We have the room, sir. Don't worry. The 2 guards, one inside, one outside. We're not going anywhere.
Alright. Good night, I say to the person. Good night then, Ellis.
Good night.
Do you require sustenance?
No.
Alright. Fine, okay.
You leave the tireless ones, the sleepless ones, the deathless ones, the 2 undead and the living man inside the iron room. Did that corpse just help you in an investigation? Oh well. You look down on your notes and the printout of the cells, and just the massive printouts of hemoglobin values and mitochondrial activity readings, and it's a treasure. You're holding breakthrough research material in your hand. And right in there is the specimen that will make this case. You're certain of it.
Yes, I'm filled with anticipation. I admit I'm tired now. I admit I'm maybe not doing things exactly as I would like. And I even admit another mind on my level would be helpful. But fortunately I can't just reach out to any contacts until they at least...
You almost bump into me as you're going there with your notes.
No, sorry.
Oh, that's alright. So, you done for the day?
Yes. She is going to be left in the care of, well, our guards and Ellis. For now, I wish to observe now what occurs over a natural 24-hour cycle with no further administration of blood. Will she remain in exactly the same state she's in, or will the slow process we saw continue?
Did you leave any... No.
No, I did not.
I could imagine that you have quite a lot of interesting things there.
You have no idea, Paul. This is the equivalent of man walking on the moon.
Do you think... If you break it down to a complete layman, and completely outside all of this, the police operation that we are doing, which is, to be honest, looking more and more like a military operation, aside from all that, do you think that what you have there, what comes from these bodies, that there's something to be able to be isolated for healing purposes? Something that to help other people?
That would be hopeful, wouldn't it, Paul? I don't know. I honestly don't know. At this stage, the only issue I have is, as you said, isolation. I'm learning more of the condition. Is it possible to subtract elements of the condition to others? Unfortunately, at this stage, I have no idea, and to be honest, it would be very dangerous to even conceive it yet. But yes, I mean, you saw that cellular regeneration. Even a small dosage of that, could that affect any wound? What if you were wounded and you ingested some of the infected fluid? Now, don't get me wrong. I say infected, so...
Of course.
If you could isolate it, if you could isolate the gene... I'll be honest, at this stage, even I am leaving my expertise. I am a doctor, not a rocket scientist or a physicist. Not even really a geneticist. I mean, I am a little, but... there are better geneticists than myself.
I know how. Whatever little I've read, how cures can be derived from poisons. I don't know if they could apply in the same thing here. If somehow the contamination could be removed, and I sort of stop myself and give a little laugh. You seem me a bit relaxed. It's almost as if I'm just feeling as that things are mostly in control, and it's the end of the day kind of thing.
It's an interesting reaction. I do remark after a moment. Of course, we need to tread carefully, Paul. You have to remember, the issue here is that... It doesn't matter what I find out. We have an issue where apparently the sufferers of this condition are not only aware of their condition, but are in organizations. Organizations that, from what I learned at the dog show, are very keen to stop this information getting out. That in itself makes this a trickier situation than when antibiotics were discovered, and most people were on board with that.
I see. Well, the guards left behind should be able to handle this, so are you staying for the night, I suppose? You're not going anywhere, are you?
No, I'm going to my lab. More tests to run. I need to compile these notes. I really need to try and speed up the process of recruitment for new individuals for my side of things.
Yeah. Well, just remember that there is a day tomorrow as well. You will probably not be able to continue much during the day when it comes to testing her, so get some sleep if you need it. Otherwise, I leave it to your judgment.
I kind of nod as I go to my lab. I'm not sure I'll get much sleep. After all, it's uncomfortable sleeping here at this facility, but whatever.
I let you go, and I go back to meet Anna again.
Anna has her jacket on. She's putting car keys in her pocket. She's on the walkie-talkie and a headset at the same time. Yes, and yeah, I will be at the I-171 crossing. Yes, Northumberland heading in 45. She mouths at you. What is it, Paul?
One last thing before you leave. We are finishing.
I'll be in the Ford. Yes, okay. Yes, Paul. Sorry, Paul. Go, Paul.
No worries. We're finishing the test for the night, and well, I have been ignoring.
Is everyone okay?
Yes, everyone is fine.
Okay.
A lot of progress, very good things, but I have been ignoring your advice before.
I don't even want to know what that means at this point, but we're about to bring this guy in, and it looks like there is someone in the car at the position. We'll probably be followed, so we gotta shake it. Paul, I'm sorry, Paul, go. Tell me, what?
Are we... Should I let Gabrielle Ellis stay with this experiment for the night? It is her wish.
Are you asking me that? Paul.
I'm asking you. I have ignored your advice.
No, Paul, no! She killed a man in Brighton.
Gotcha. Go do your job.
Thanks, Paul. She rips out an arm, takes you around the neck, pulls you towards her and kisses you straight on the mouth. Yes, I'll be right there. She speaks in the headset, backs off out through the door, running towards her car.
I stand there speechless for a bit. She's thoughts moving around, not mixing with feelings, tiredness, everything else, maybe excitement, I don't know. And then I start moving back to the lab again, hands in my pockets.
The guard has turned his back. He's sitting down on the chair. It's almost like he's giving you space. It's just you and her there on the table in the room in the glaring fucking light of these. Yeah.
Yeah, can one take them down a bit? The lights?
Yeah. You realize you have to get up on a little stool and unscrew 2 of the light rods in order to do it, but fuck, it's a pain. It's just gonna take you 2 minutes.
But they will think, since I am on camera, they will think that I am tampering and doing stuff I shouldn't. So I don't think I don't. But there are no windows or anything in this room, right? No, good.
Nothing.
Then that's something at least.
And the door is sealed.
Yeah. Then I just take a chair and sit by the table.
Are you touching the corpse? How close are you?
I am close. I think I am holding my hand on her hand, if she has a hand.
Yeah, she has a left hand. The right one, yeah, it's mostly gone. But this hand is clammy. A little bit cold, but it has body heat in it.
Yeah, I just have my hand slightly over it.
First, there's no pulse, there's just that moisture and humidity and mid-temperature. Not really there. As you sit there, just a few minutes in, there's a small picking, of blood being pumped out through veins. She turns her hand, holds yours, squeezes it. Her head slowly turns. Why do you obey? She whispers. Paul, you're down by the door. You see it through the window. She's holding the subject's hand.
Yeah. I stand there. I watch. I'm not gonna abruptly tear her away from this. I hate the way I have to treat her, but it is what I have to do. If she's getting a few moments of something, I have my hand resting on my sidearm, even without thinking of it, and I watch them. And as time moves by very slowly, she just sits there, holding her hand. I open up the door and I say, "That's it for tonight."
Sure. I give her hand a little squeeze, and I want to explain so much that I killed 2 men, and I don't know what I am or who I am anymore, and this is the only family I got, and I obey because I care about them, but I can't say anything, so I just squeezes her hand, and I give her a faint smile and say, "Good talk. I will go now." And then I leave, I guess.
I give you a slightly quizzical but sympathetic smile as you brush past me to the door towards your room or cell.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by Lola Zaza, and the sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org and Sirenscape. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, and Julia for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. And remember, death is not the end.